Hi, I'm here with Christina Popovici from Huntington Bank, and today we're going to be discussing three really important topics. The first is closing cost discounts, then renovation loans, and lastly, physician loans. We often get the question from buyers as to whether sellers will help offset some of these closing costs because they can be kind of significant, right? And in today's competitive market, sellers are not as likely to really provide closing cost credit for buyers. So Christina, can you tell us a little bit about how your bank and how you can help offset some of those expensive closing costs?
Absolutely, glad you asked. So I get this question a lot. We have a few different programs where we can cover closing costs.
Okay.
So when we talk about closing costs, we talk about title fees, which are significant. As we know in Illinois, we see title fees between $3,000 to $5,000 in average.
Big chunk of change.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we cover lender fees where the client only has to pay $500 from their pocket. So the loans we do that for are all the VA loans, all the FHA loans, and all the loans for low to moderate income properties. So what we need to check, basically, we just need the property address, and if the property qualifies, they get the discount covering the title fees, and the lender fees, they only have to pay $500.
Oh, that's great to hear that there are programs outside of just asking a seller for the discounts. That's wonderful.
Yes, everyone should check the property to make sure if they qualify for some closing cost discounts.
Great. Now, I know as a buyer, sometimes you're reluctant to buy a house that needs a little love. You know, perhaps it's dated, the finishes are older, it's every shade of Tuscan, as I like to say. And it is fun to put your own personal touches and customize a property, but that can be very, very costly, right? So, Christina, you have some opportunities for buyers that want to customize a home, but they can't afford that big giant check for home improvement.
Correct. So we have a loan. Actually, it's called Homestyle Renovator Loan.
Homestyle Renovator Loan. Okay. So Christina here has options for first-time home buyers and then more seasoned buyers that might not be putting 20% down, right? So what are those options for people?
So Homestyle Renovator actually allows on first-time buyers, so someone who did not own a property.
So never owned a property, you've been a renter
actually
for the
just last 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yes. So those clients, first-time buyers, can only put 3% down payment, but that's from the purchase price plus all the renovation they want to do to the property. So they don't buy the property with 3% down and then they have to have their own $50,000 or however much to remodel the kitchen, the bathroom, the
So the 3% includes the down payment on the loan as well as some funds to do the renovation. Is that right?
Correct.
And then secondly, for those people that have already owned a home and want to purchase a new home, say, that needs a little bit of love and renovation and modifications, how does that work?
So the Homestyle Renovator that we work with allows financing up to 95% from the purchase price plus the improvements they need. So the bank would ask the client to get proposals for the work they want to do, details proposal.
So say it's a $400,000 home and you need $100,000 to put $100,000 into it, right? So essentially you have $500,000 that you're then mortgaging. Is that right?
Correct. So you'd only need 5% from the $500,000 to buy the home. At the time of the closing, the seller gets paid and the money for improvements gets set in a custodial account with the bank, and as renovations get done, the contractors get
paid through that custodial account that holds the $100,000 for renovations.
Correct.
Wow, that is an amazing opportunity for somebody. So, and then you can build instant equity as well.
Correct.
Right?
Absolutely.
And so you can provide special loans for our physicians, our vets, and our dentists. Is that correct? When purchasing a home?
That's correct. Yes. Amazing loan programs, very well priced, and we have financing available up to 100%.
So no down payment?
No down payment, and it gets better. No PMI either.
Oh,
up
no
to $1 million.
Yeah. Up to $1 million.
Yes.
Wow, that is incredible. And so when presenting an offer to a seller, right, it might seem a little bit unconventional to see 100% financing. How, as agents, do we present those offers with this 100% financing so it doesn't negatively impact our buyer's opportunity to purchase that home?
I would present the offer with an email asking to contact the lender about information on these loans.
Got it.
Because we are happy to have a conversation with the listing agent and explain that this is not a low qualified borrower by any means. It's simply a program that the bank is offering to physicians. Obviously, they put in the hard work, now
many years of schooling.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. And then now they can reap the benefits of their hard work by getting these loans. And so a seller agent can call you and feel comfortable about the validity of these incredible loan options. So thanks for joining us today, Christina. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then I always tell people, make sure you buy the home that you can afford today, right? In the interest rates that you can afford today. However, there's a chance that interest rates could adjust and go down in the future. So if that happens, what do?
We always can look at the refinance, and we actually have a lot of options with lower cost refinance. So absolutely no prepayment on any of our loans. So that's
no prepayment penalties. So if you want to refi, I know when we bought our house, the interest rates were probably close to 7%, and then they started going down, and we just would refi.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And so there are low cost options for refi. But be sure you buy the home that you can afford today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. As always, a pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you.